Hello everybody, welcome to Jury Central online classes for law exams. So today I will be discussing with you solved previous year question paper of CLAT LLM Entrance Test 2014. Before starting the session, I would request all of you to kindly like, share and subscribe the channel so that you never miss any updates from jurycentral.com. So let us start with our first question. The directive principle of state policy under the Constitution of India aim at creating a option number B casteless society. Option number 2, in India the governor of a state retires at the age of, so option number D, there is no retirement age. Question number 3, which one of the following schedules of the Constitution of India takes away the judicial review of the courts? The correct option is option number C, schedule 9. Fourth, who decides in the parliament whether a bill is a money bill? So the correct option is option number A, Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Question number 5. The Constitution of India describes India as option number D, Union of States. Question number 6. Under the Constitution of India, the entire executive power of the Union vested in the, so it is vested in the option number A, President of India. Question number 7. A person who administers the oath of office to the new president in India is, the correct option is option number C, the Chief Justice of India. Question number 8. The three types of justice referred to in the preamble of the Constitution are, so the three types of justices are economic, political and social. So questions from the, from the section of preamble is a must. So I would recommend you to kindly go through the preamble once and also read what are the subjects which have been given in the preamble and what are the subcategories that have been given under it. Question number 9. A member of a state assembly can be disqualified by the, so it can be disqualified by the option number B, governor in consultation with the election commissioner. Question number 10. The Supreme Court of India, to the exclusion of any other court, has jurisdiction in any dispute between the government of India and one or more states. Option number A. Question number 11. Who can seek the advisory opinion of the Supreme Court of India? The correct option is option number B, the President. Question number 12. Which of the following statement with respect to public interest litigation is correct? The correct option is option number D, any public spirited person can seek this remedy. Question number 13. The parliamentary committee which scrutinizes the appropriation accounts of the government of India and the report of the Comptroller and Auditor General is option number B, Public Accounts Committee. Question number 14. Which one of the following constitutional amendments led to the constitution of administrative tribunals in India? The correct option is option number A, 42nd Amendment. Question number 15. The President shall constitute the Finance Commission every 5 years or earlier. It is not fixed that only after 5 years the commission shall be constituted, but it can be earlier also. So the option is option number A. Question number 16. Amendment to the Constitution of India may be introduced in, so it may be introduced in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha only. Option number C. 17. Which one of the following offices was not created by the Constitution? So the correct option is option number C, the Planning Commission. So the Planning Commission has already been abolished and Niti Aayog has actually substituted, and even Niti Aayog is not a constitutional body, so kindly remember that. Question number 18. The President of India enjoys the right to return with respect to, option number C, only on money bills. 19. Universal adult franchisee was for the first time introduced in India. So it was first time introduced in India under the Constitution of India Act. Sorry, only Constitution of India, no Act. Option number C. 20. Under the Government of India Act 1935, the total number of ministers excluding the Prime Minister in the Council of Ministers shall not exceed. So it shall not exceed 10% of the total number of members of the House of the People. What they are asking the question from the context of Government of India Act 1935, but presently in the Constitution it is given 15% of the total number of members of the House of the People. 21. Which of the following is not law properly so called according to Austin? The correct option is option number B, Constitution of India. 22. The Hart-Fuller debate discussed. So it discussed validity of Nazi laws. 23. The positivist school postulates that, so it postulates law and morality are not necessarily interconnected. Question number 24. According to natural law theory, it is actually an unjust law. It actually says that an unjust law is not a law. Option number A. 25. Which of the following schools is most anti-consequentiality? So the correct option is option number D, natural law. 26. Grundnorm is a concept related to, so it's a concept related to Hans Kelsen. Hans Kelsen has only propounded this term called Grundnorm. 37. Exclusive positivism or hard positivism asserts that. So it asserts that rule of recognition has no element of morality. 28. Which of these is a positivist critique of natural law theory? The correct option is option number C. Natural law encourages anarchy. It is actually theory given by positivist critic. 29. The Delhi High Court in Nas Foundation case supported which of the following relationships between law and morality? The correct option is option number A. Enforcement of public morality is subject to fundamental rights. 30. Which of the following is a compilation of John Austin's lecture? The correct option is option number B. Province of jurisprudence determined. 31. Which of this is not a source of law? So the correct option is option number C. Obiter dicta. Obiter dicta is not a source of law and it is also not binding on people. 32. Which of these statements is true of utilitarianism? The correct option is option number 1. The principle of utility is a criterion of morality. 33. Oliver Wendell Holmes' famous bad man theory of law is accepted as valid by. So it is accepted valid by American legal realism. 34. Which of the following is not one of Fuller's desiderata? The correct option is option number C. Specificity. 35. Which of the following is asserted by positivists? The correct option is option number D. Obligation to obey law as a separate moral inquiry unrelated to validity of law. 36. According to the historical source, what is the source of law? The correct option is option number A. Volkist. 37. Which of the following theories was not a supporter of codification of law? Correct option is option number D. Carl Savigny. 38. Which of these schools doesn't justify fundamental right in the constitution? The correct option is option number B. Utilitarianism. 39. The social contract theory explains. So it explains origin of state, option number C. 40. Which of the following statement is not true of legal personality? So the correct option is option number D. Fetus cannot be a legal person, but actually fetus can also be considered as a legal person. 41. Tort is a word of, so it is a word of French language. So the word tort is derived from the French word called tortum. 42. Tort is a dash. So tort is actually a civil wrong. 43. Damages suffered due to tortious act is redressed by claim for. So it is actually related to unliquidated damages. Which of the following is not a valid defense in tort? The correct option is option number C. Scientia non fit injuria. 45. The principle ubi jus ibi remedium was recognized in. So it was recognized in the famous celebrated case of option number C. Ashby versus White. 46. The maxim res ipsa loquitur is there. So it is actually a rule of evidence, option number C. 47. For an action in torts, option number A, the correct option is option number A, there should be violation of legal rights. 48. Mental condition of the wrongdoer at the time of wrongdoing is, so it is actually relevant to torts based on fault. Only on the torts which are based on fault. 49. The rule of no fault liability signifies, so it actually signifies, it's actually a rule of strict liability, option number A. 50. Indian Supreme Court formulated the rule of absolute liability in, it was actually formulated in the celebrated case of MC Mehta versus Union of India. 51. Act of God is a valid defense to the rule of strict liability. That signifies, it means an act of supernatural powers. Act of God means actually. 52. When one person is held liable for the wrongful act of others, it is called, so it is actually called vicarious liability. 53. Respondent superior means, it actually means let the principal be liable. 54. The maxim cui facit per alium facit per se means, so it means he who does an act through another is deemed in law to do it himself, option number A. 55. Which of the following statement is true? The correct option is option number D. It is applicable neither in England nor in India, but is of historical importance only. 56. In the Indian legal system, there is no separate statutory provision on state liability. It is enshrined in Article 300 of the Constitution of India, Article C. 57. The nature of joint tort feasors liability is, so it is actually option number C, joint and several. 58. Under the Indian law, libel and slander are actionable per se. 59. Fair comment is a recognized defense against a suit for defamation. It is essential that the comment must be fair, the matter commented upon must be a public interest, it must be an expression of opinion rather than an assertion of fact. So the correct option would be all of the above. 60. Defamation is, defamation is actually civil wrong as well as a crime. 61. An agreement to keep the offer open for a certain period of time cannot be cancelled before the expiry of that period of time if it has sufficient consideration, option number B. 62. Insurance covers and railway carriage receipts are examples of, so these are actually examples of standard form of contracts. 63. A clause in a loan agreement permitting the financer to seize the financed vehicle in the event of default in payment would amount to. So it would amount to void agreement due to unequal bargaining power. Option number A. 64. Accord of satisfaction are terms related to. So these are terms related to option number C, breach of contract. 65. There is no reason why compensation for pecuniary damage should not be allowed. This was held by the House of Lords in the case of. So this was held by the House of the Lords in the case of Parley versus Skinner. 66. A loan given to the son at the instance of his father who executed all the essential documents is enforceable against the father because all of the above. It has sufficient consideration. Consideration was provided by the father. It was done at the desire of the promisor and it was done at the request of the promisor. So in this case the correct option would be all of the above, option number D. 67. Surety has rights against the creditor. Following rights against the creditor. In this question also the correct option would be all of the above, like rights to security, right to share reduction, right of setup and also right of subrogation. 68. A tells that he will pay him rupees 1000 when he turns 30. Is this a contingent contract? The correct option is option number A. Yes, a payment is contingent upon the occurrence of an event. 69. A orders a pizza from Domino's. The Domino's delivery person accidentally delivers it to C. C eats it. Is C obliged to pay Domino's for pizza? The correct option is option number C. Yes, C ate the pizza knowing that he hadn't ordered it. Having derived the benefit of the contract, he must now pay for it. 70. A contract with B to pay him a large sum of money when he marries C. B married D instead. He now asks for the money. Is the contract now void? So the correct option is obviously the contract is void as B has married someone else. 71. A contract with or by a minor is a option number B, void contract. 72. An acceptance can be revoked. So it can be revoked neither A nor B at any time before the communication of acceptance is complete as against the promisee after its acceptance comes to the knowledge of the promise. So in both of the cases it is not possible for the promisee to revoke the acceptance. 73. An agreement not to raise a plea of limitation is, so it is actually option number B, void. 74. It is if the time is not the essence of the contract, the failure to perform the contract by specified time makes a contract. So it actually doesn't make any effect to the void or voidability of the contract. It still remains valid, but the promisee can claim compensation for the loss suffered by him by such failure, option number C. 75. The damages under section 73 of the Indian Contract Act are option number B, compensatory. 76. Which of the following statement is correct in the Indian context? The correct option is option number B. Consideration can be past, present or future. 77. In the Indian contract, an agreement in state of trade is valid if it relates to sale of goodwill. 78. Where the proposal and acceptance is through letter, the contract is made. So the contract is made at the place where the letter of acceptance is posted. This question has been asked in this year DULLM entrance test. Question number 79. Section 73 of the Indian Contract Act incorporates rules from which of the following cases? The correct option is option number C, Hadley versus Baxendale. 80. The term consensus ad idem means, so it means meeting of minds upon the same thing in the same sense. 81. A 25-year-old man was B's a 23-year-old woman neighbor. He fell in love with her and wanted to ask her to enter into a relationship with him. He sent her a number of text messages proclaiming his love for her. She didn't respond to his overtures. On November 18, 2013, A went to B's house and told her that he was in love with her and wanted to marry her. She told him that she was not interested and asked him to leave. A believed that B was only playing hard to get, and if he persisted, he would change her mind. On November 25, 2013, when B was returning home from her workplace, A met her again and proclaimed his love for her again. She again told him that she was not interested and threatened to complain to the police. In spite of this, a week later, when B was leaving for work, she noticed that A was waiting outside her house with a bouquet of flowers, and he tried to give her the flowers. B ignored him once again and went to the police station to complain about A's acts. Under what section of the Indian Penal Code should the police register the FIR? So in this case, the correct option would be section 354D of the Indian Penal Code, and it is actually an offence of stalking. 82. A woman approached B, a doctor who runs a private clinic, saying that she has been raped and wanted first aid. The doctor asked her whether she had lodged a FIR. A told him that she had not and did not want to do so, since the person who had raped her was a cousin. Which of the following will be the appropriate course of action for B to take to avoid legal liability? The correct option is option number A, provide first aid and immediately inform the police even though A doesn't want to. 83. A approached the police station in Dwarka seeking to file a FIR against B for committing the offence of voluntarily causing hurt, which is a cognizable offence. The SHO refused to register the FIR, saying that on the facts of the case, a cognizable offence doesn't seem to have been made out. A approached a local criminal lawyer who was convinced that the offence has been made out. Which of the following steps would be the most appropriate one to take? So the correct option is option number A and B are appropriate and C is not. C, approach the jurisdictional superintendent of police seeking registration of the FIR, because the concerned police station has actually refused to register the FIR. And B, approach the jurisdictional magistrate requesting her to ask the police to conduct an investigation. So in this case, both A and B are appropriate. 84. An American citizen was employed as an air marshal by Air India on January 4, 2014. He was deputed on Air India flight 102 from New York to New Delhi. The aircraft was registered in India. As the aircraft entered Pakistani airspace, A pulled out his loaded gun and fired at the chief air purser. Another American citizen instantly killing him. A few passengers managed to disarm A and restrain him. The flight landed in New Delhi half an hour later and A was handed over to the police. He was produced before the Chief Metropolitan Magistrate Dwarka, under whose jurisdiction the Indira Gandhi International Airport lies. The issue is one of jurisdiction. So in this case, what they are asking that whether A has any jurisdiction to try the offender or not. So in this case, an Indian court has jurisdiction to try A for the offence of murder, because although the security guard belong to different nation, but still the aircraft belong to India, and India has our country has extraterritorial jurisdiction in terms of crime under IPC. 85. A 19-year-old woman had consensual sexual intercourse with B, a 17-year-old boy. When B's parents found out, they approached the police for registration of a FIR for statutory rape. The police officer insisted that no offence had been made out. So in this case, the correct option is option number B. The police officer is partly right and partly wrong, because this is not an offence of statutory rape punishable under the IPC, but the offence of penetrative sexual assault punishable under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. 86. A was convicted by a Sessions Court for the offence of murdering B. On an appeal against the conviction, the High Court discharged B using its powers under the CRPC. A few months later, the police, while conducting further investigation, found more incriminatory evidence against A. They approached the prosecutor seeking her advice as to whether they could prosecute for B's murder. So in this case, A can be prosecuted for B's murder, and the doctrine of double jeopardy is not attracted in this case, because the offenses are totally different. Like for the offense of because even although the person has been charged with murder, but the person who the person who he has actually murdered are different. So this is the reason why the doctrine of double jeopardy isn't applicable. Sure. 87. A was arrested for illegal possession of a weapon which is punishable under Arms Act. When he was lodged in prison, he was informed that plea bargaining is an option available to him. At what stage of the process can he file an application for plea bargaining? So in this case, the correct option is option number C. He can file the application as soon as his charge sheet is forwarded to the magistrate. 88. Which of the following persons may be charged and tried together? The correct option is both A and B. Persons accused of an offence and persons accused of abatement of or attempt to commit such offence. And option number B, persons accused of different offences committed in the course of the same transaction. 89. A journalist was writing an article on the rape and murder of a young woman in Bangalore. To humanize and put a face to the story, she wanted to publish the name of the young woman. She sought the permission of the parents of the woman, who orally informed her that they had no objection to their daughter's name being published. A published the article in a national newspaper. So in this case, A has committed an offence. Disclosing the identity of a rape victim is an offence under the Indian Penal Code. Although the parent has assented to disclose the name of the victim, but still it's a punishable offence under section 228A of IPC. 90. In an appeal against inadequacy of sentence, what of the following things can the appellate court not do? So after the conviction to an aggravated category of the offence for which the accused was, to alter the conviction to an aggravated category of offences for which the accused was not convicted. That's what they can't do. 91. Which of the following appeals abate on the death of the accused? The correct option is option number D, all of the above. Appeals for enhancement of sentence, appeals against acquittals, and appeals against convictions except an appeal from a sentence of fine. 92. Under which of the following circumstances does the right to private defense of the body extend to causing death of the assailant? So the correct option is all of the above. An assault with intention of committing rape, an act of throwing or administering acid, or an attempt to throw or administer acid which may reasonably cause the apprehension that grievous hurt will otherwise with the consequences of such act, an assault with the intention of kidnapping or abducting. The correct option is option number D, all of the above. 93. Under which of the following circumstances can a police officer arrest a person without an order from a magistrate? So the correct option is option number D. He can arrest without an order from a magistrate, both for A and B. So the earlier question that we have dealt with is a very important question, and this question has been asked in this year DULLM entrance test. 94. A and B were a married couple. At the time of the wedding, the bride's parents had given their daughter 3 gold necklaces, 4 sets of gold bangles, and a diamond ring as Tridhar. The jewelry was kept in a bank locker which was in B's name. Owing to an extramarital relationship, B left the matrimonial home and moved to a different city to live with the woman he was having a relationship with. A filed for divorce and also asked B to return the gold jewelry. A refused to return the jewelry. He instead sold the necklaces, bangles, and the ring and deposited the money in this account. A filed a case of criminal complaint alleging that B had committed the offence of criminal breach of trust. So the correct option is option number D. None of the above is true. The offence is not made out as there is no entrustment, and this is not correct. The offence is not made out since the jewelry is a joint property of both the spouses. This is also not correct, and this is an offence of theft, not criminal breach of theft. So this is the reason why these are not correct. 95. A 28-year-old man and B a 27-year-old woman were in a romantic relationship and were living together. After being in a relationship for nearly 3 years, A asked B whether they could have sexual intercourse. B said that she would consent to sexual intercourse only if A agreed to marry her. A promised to marry B and thereafter they had sexual intercourse multiple times over the next 3 years. Subsequently, B discovered that A was not being faithful to her and was in a relationship with another woman. She broke up the relationship and sought to initiate criminal proceedings against A. Which of the following offences can A be prosecuted for? So the correct option is option number C, cheating, if B is able to prove that A never had the intention of marrying her. 96. A 42-year-old man and B a 37-year-old woman had been married for 15 years. They had 2 children, C and D. Their marriage was not a happy one. A constantly physically abused B. He used to slap and kick her as well as insult her. The violence in fact led to B attempting to commit suicide. However, at no point did A demand dowry from B or her relatives. If B were to consider initiating criminal proceedings against A, would section 498 of the initiating criminal proceedings against A, could section 498 of the Indian Penal Code apply? So the correct option option number D, it would, since any conduct which is likely to drive the woman to commit suicide attracts section 498A. So this is the reason why 498 would be applicable, though there is no demand of dowry, but section 498A would be applicable. 97. A magazine published a semi-nude photograph of a woman in a campaign against breast cancer. The tagline of the photograph was to encourage women to get regular medical tests done to ensure early detection of the disease. A respected lawyer in Delhi felt that the photograph was obscene and would result in young minds being corrupted. Hence, he filed a complaint against the editor of the magazine invoking section 292 of the Indian Penal Code in light of recent Supreme Court jurisprudence on section 292. Which of the following is not a standard that should be used to judge whether the photograph is obscene? So the correct option is option number A. If the picture has the effect of depraving or debauching the minds of the person who may see the picture, it would be obscene. No, this is actually not applicable in applying the obscenity under section 292. 98. Where a criminal proceedings has been initiated on the basis of a police report, copies of which of the following documents does the magistrate have to supply to the accused free of cost? So he has to supply the police report, also known as charge sheet, the first information report and confession and statements recorded under section 164 CRPC. All of the above are true. 99. Which of the following statements with respect to victim compensation is incorrect? The correct option is option number C. If a person is acquitted of a crime, the trial court cannot make a recommendation of compensation under section 357A. So this is totally incorrect, because trial court actually make recommendation even if the person who is accused of crime is acquitted. 900. A man was legally married to B. They had 2 children from the marriage. During the subsistence of the marriage, A entered into a relationship with another woman, C. He proposed marriage to her and they got married at a local temple. C was not aware that was already married. Which of the following offences have been committed? So in this case, C has committed the offence of bigamy and also the offence of concealing his previous marriage from C. So this is the end of the slide. I hope you all like this session. Kindly feel free to comment anything about the session and what do you expect more from this channel, what session you want us to present to you, and also like, share and subscribe the channel so that you never miss any updates from us regarding this exam in future and also in the coming exam also. So with this note, I am signing off. Have a great day.